Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video here on Marvel Strike Force today on Monday. Happy, I think it's Veterans Day, right, in the US, and Remembrance Day in Canada, and I believe in Europe they might call it Armistice Day, celebrating veterans, and I think it was World War One, right? So, anyways, we're here to talk about Captain Britain because that's somehow relevant. But, anyways, you guys might not know, or you might know rather, that his farmability or his showcase, the Illuminati showcase, is coming back around on Wednesday, right? Wednesday, Thursday? I think it's Wednesday, and it is online, and we can now see, you might have seen on the thumbnail, that there is ways to get him, but it's not in the way that you might think, and it is going to require some degree of coring, which I find really interesting given the fact that we're in an event right now, an event cycle where we're having to core a lot already with a variety of different ways, including other showcases. This is the Astral Showcase and Campaign Energy, which they have now added new orbs onto for newer and mid-game players. We're going to talk about all that in this video, so if you're ready to go, let's boil this down. Now, before we get too far into the CB stuff, I do want to talk about this new milestone that popped up called Mayhem Management. Now, it was on the blog post. It was not in my blog video on Friday. Kind of appeared later on. But this is basically a new player milestone, but it is available for everyone. The structure kind of looks similar to, I think, one that they ran for Old Man Logan, because you can see that it runs for 17 days. You get some tokens for new Avengers characters, and for some reason, Sunspot's in here. I have no idea why. Now you can anyone can participate in this. However, there are bonus points for ranking up these specific characters. Otherwise, you can earn orb fragments, and that's through spending campaign energy. And there is some interesting gold milestones. So if you're already spending your campaign energy for the existing event, I know they're finding ways for me to kill my horde. I'm still hoarding. I'm not. I don't recommend this for everyone else. It's just something that I'm doing. But if you are spending campaign energy for the existing main milestone event, you'll get some additional gold and training modules and other things that you might need. Anyways, there are some tokens, some red stars, some shards as well. And you can see down here towards the bottom, you get about 2 million gold and 80 sunspot shards. So yeah, there's a little bit of gold here. I mean, if you're already doing this anyways, it's decent. The orb itself, one thing that I would mention that is of value, at least to my alt account, it might be of value to some other players, is the wherever the hell that mayhem orb went off to. There's so many orbs in here now. Oh my god, is it orderly disorder orb? And what's okay about this though is that there are shards for no, maybe it's on the sides, for Captain Carter. Captain Carter is in the Crucible store and actually is the last character for my alt account to have it 7-star for Out of Time for the Old Man Logan event. So this might be of some value for some players. The rest of it is just it's chance of 10, 5 shards of these characters on the sides, and in the middle, you have 15 of these 5 characters. It's okay. It's free stuff. The return ratio for this, the energy when you spend campaign energy is 12-1. It's actually quite meaty. So I just wanted to let people know about that. So if you just click on any of these nodes, 30, you're getting a 12-1 exchange ratio. So for newer players, this is actually really, really good. And you can see this as a bonus if you are currently spending campaign energy for the current ongoing event, right? Astral. No, we're past that one. I forget which one. Cosmic Shadows. I'm always forgetting which event we're on right now. So if you are spending campaign energy for this one, you're going to get a little bit of extra stuff in the milestone and also through the orbs if you still need them. One other thing that I want to let people know about, though, is that there's just a lot of coring going on right now, right? Whether it's campaign energy or the Mind Over Matter Astral Showcase, which I'm doing a little bit. So the way that I'm completing Cosmic Shadows is I'm actually spending cores. I'm doing 200 cores daily in the showcase rather than my campaign energy because I'm still continuing to hoard that. So that's what I'm doing here. Getting some turkeys because I did unlock Astral Ancient One at 3-star, and then I plan to unlock Emma Frost this week on Thursday when I core for her, which we'll talk about in Thursday's Should You Core video for Emma Frost and talking about why you're going to want to have her. But moving on to the Illuminati team up here, right? And so you can see it in game. It is starting on Wednesday. And when you preview this, it does talk about, the stuff that it was in the blog, right? And this is going to have a variety of different nodes. And this is what I want to bring up here on the website. So if you go to msf.gg or marvelstrikeforce.com and you go to the all missions, you can select your campaigns. And if you go down to the side here, you can see the Illuminati team up. You can also actually see what's in Emma Frost's and the team showcase as well. Has all the rewards already in there, but you can click on the Illuminati team up, and then you can go to this is chapter 1 and chapter 2. There's two different ones, right? The ones with the NPCs are chapter 1, and chapter 2 you have to use your own characters for that. But if you click on this, you can see some of the rewards that they're going to be giving you on the node. So this is number 1. There's just some guaranteed first time rewards there, and some the chance of, so completion rewards there, like for spending your energy, right? Like 10 energy per hit kind of thing. This is node number 2, and you can see there's more teal gear there to farm. Node number 3, more teal tech gear. I think it's for each individual character. Node number 4 has turkeys. This one's interesting. So if you do want to farm turkeys towards, well, the turkey store or your month-long milestone, story 1-4 will give you turkeys. So this might give you some reason that you might want to spend some, if you have some cores spare after all of this, to farm extra turkeys. So that's an option there too if you want. Also, node 1, story 1-5 has this possible chance of Captain Britain. Now this is interesting because usually I don't know what the drop rate is going to be, right? The candy store had a horrific, like less than 5, I want to say 5% or less appearance rate in the candy store. So what can we expect out of this on the nodes for Captain Britain? Keep in mind that these nodes probably have a cap of 20, means that you could hit it 20 times. That's what I think, because if you check some of the other showcases out, I can't remember originally what the Illuminati was in terms of its cap, but if you go to some of the other more recent showcases that we have right now, like the Blade one, for example, has a remaining attempts of 20. I think they're all like that, or at least from this era. The Night Stalkers are all 20. The Astral ones seem to be 20 as well. So I'm not sure if also the Illuminati was 20 back then or if it was 30. I honestly can't remember, but I know it's more than 10. So it's either going to be 20 or 30 in terms of total number of hits that you can do. Why is this important? Because you can only spend 200 energy or the showcase energy per node before it gets exhausted, right? And depending on what the drop rates of those Captain Britain shards are, will determine how many of these shards that you can farm per day. Now, there is a second one that I want to talk to you about. So it's not just one node. There is another one on the challenge, and this is a bit of a pain in the ass to have to navigate back to. But if you go to all missions again, and then we scroll out, we go to Illuminati Team Up, and then you go to Chapter 2. Well, there's 3 more nodes here in the challenge mode, or whatever the hell this is called. Anyways, you can see this one 2-1 has just teal catalyst. That's fine. You skip that one. 2-2 has some turkeys. So there's 2 nodes to farm turkeys if you really want to, and then 2-3 has Captain Britain shards again. So 2-3 and 1-5. I think that's what I said, right? And so you can farm these 2 different nodes, and if there's 20 attempts per each one of these, that's 40 attempts at Captain Britain shards per day. Now, if you really wanted to go gung-ho about this, you could refresh the nodes and things like that, right? And so I guess the question is, what is the drop rate chance? If there's 40 attempts per day, right? I don't know. It's got to be pretty bad, right? Otherwise, that's a lot of shards. That even at 1, right? That's still a lot of shards that you could farm per day at 40 hits. And so if it was like 10%, right? Let's just say, in 40 attempts, it's 10%. I don't even know why I did that. It's 4, right? So 4 shards a day. If it was 10%, that's over, and I think it's going to be 11 days. I believe I read somewhere, or there was some data mine, inbox messaging, or something about 11 days, which would basically take us to not this coming Monday, but the following Monday. And so if that's the case, in times, it's not a lot of shards there. What I was expecting was that there was going to be some first time rewards, that we were going to get an unlock basically through this. And so it's not what I expected it to be. Now, if the drop rates are significantly higher, let's say like 30%, then, you're looking at, instead, you're looking at like 12 shards per day, and 12 shards times 11, that's pretty good. And that's an unlock. But and I guess we'll wait and see, right? How trash these drop rates are. I'm not gonna, go out on a limb and guess what this is gonna be before it's gone live. But knowing how valuable Captain Britain is, and also what they've been doing to him lately, with the candy store drop rates not being super good, I have to imagine, that it's not going to be super high. But hey, who knows? Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised, and Captain Britain's drop rate is actually a lot better than what I think it is. I highly doubt I'm going to be core resetting these nodes, but I probably will exhaust the 400 energy per day to go towards these shards because I want to, maximize what I can farm. Other than these, though, the only other options for getting Captain Britain shards outside of the candy store and here is going to be the upcoming RTA pass, which is going to be next Monday. Now, again, we don't really know what's going to be in that, how many shards, how many free, how many paid. There's also going to be a strike pass, I believe, so the Nimrod strike pass just started right now, which means in 2 weeks' time, there is going to be a Captain Britain strike pass. However, I think that is going to be starting after the Shadow King trial, so do keep that in mind. My estimated date for the Shadow King trial is Friday, November the 22nd, which is going to be next Friday. I don't know why we haven't heard any information on the trial as far as the other lanes go. I think that's kind of garbage unless the trial has been pushed back, but I really don't think that it has. I do want to talk about the strike pass very briefly here at the end because this is the first time that they're also including purple ions in here, both paid and for free. And I did actually have the total amount value here. Uno momento here in my Discord, but oh yeah, so the free track is 50,000 purple ions, and the paid track is 270,000 ions. You can see it here. It's also further down. There's also this section here that there's going to be some basic orbs that are paid, and you get 2 for free. So in total, that's 12. It's not a lot, but maybe it's ramping up to something. Maybe this is going to be in every single strike pass going forward. There's also turkeys in here, of course, as well. I believe it's like, I forget the number. It's like over 150,000 turkeys. You can count it up for yourself. And you can see the ions further down. So there's 2 sections where the purple ions show up there. So that's the new strike pass. That's just some of the new stuff. Sorry, excuse me. That happened today. And I just want to share that with you guys. Otherwise, make sure you catch my video from earlier on this morning. That's important too. But I just wanted to give people a little bit of a expectation heads up on Captain Britain. And also, if you're saving your cores to do this, they're really trying to drain our cores between campaign energy, Astral Showcase, and now the upcoming Illuminati Showcase. They're finding multiple ways to not only drain your energy, but to drain your power cores ahead of what's probably going to be something big. Anyways, that's it for now, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.